Welcome back to another WWE 2K22 video with your host LexxExpress. Subscribe, like, and comment.
YouTube, what is going on, man? We got MyGM roster customization going on here. We're going to be doing a little breakdown, and I'm going to show you guys who I downloaded, who I added and activated, and who I took off from the the draft and the signing stuff that they give us the option to do while you start your GM series. Okay, so first things first, I went through 22 pages worth of superstars. If you guys are wondering how to access this page, it's basically an option you get when you're customizing your experience for MyGM. Once you set that up, you go through each superstar like I did. And I'm going to tell you guys, I just wanted to inactivate each local star. As you see right here, we got Adrian Buck, Adrian Williams, and then Andrea Cannons. I know these are all stars. Well, not stars, local talent that they add for you to sign for a little bit of money just to, use as filler opponents. But because I downloaded AEW superstars and former WCW superstars, I have a big enough roster to kind of counter the local talent that the game brings for you to, use as fillers. Now, one of the interesting points that was brought up during the live stream by Troyski himself was that when you lower the popularity, you're basically lowering the cost of each individual. So you heard that right. If you want a superstar to cost less than another superstar, just lower their popularity. Now, I don't suggest you do that for the big timers like DDP. Let me put him here at like 66 popularity. So what I did was to make it more difficult to sign the bigger legends like The Rock, Stone Cold, so on and so forth. Look at Edge right here. Edge is active, I know, in real life, but he does specialty matches only. So we kept him as a legend, and I put his popularity as a 70. So that's what I was looking at. I was looking at stars that are pretty popular, that are not wrestling anymore, right? And I gave them the Goldberg 69 treatment, or even the Hulk Hogan 70 popularity treatment. Now, for the role, it doesn't matter. You do it however you want. Remember, you could change the role always during your regular shows. You could do the promos and do the switch. Yeah. Thank you for that, Liv. I ended up putting DDP as active instead of legend. Sorry about that. But yeah, I ended up putting Kevin Nash as a legend as well. So I'm going to take out Diesel. Make sure you guys take out your duplicates for your experience and thoroughly check the list. That is one thing I highly recommend. Every time I've gone through these 22 pages, I always find something that I want to change. Whether it's a legend to be active or vice versa, or even a local talent to become inactive. So thoroughly look through your list before you save it. That way, whenever you go back to do your GM, you could actually load up this same roster save that you pretty much started here. So at the end of the day, we do have 2-6. So 2-6 Xbox. All right, so we're doing 6. For the NWO, we're going to keep him at 63. Then we're going to take out X-Pac. We're going to make him inactive just like that. You see? We got people in the live chat right now helping us out with this video, giving us some pointers and ideas as well. So again, just scroll through each bar and literally customize this experience according to how you want to see it. For me, I kind of want it to be realistic, but at the same time include people that are obviously not in WWE. So that's where the fantasy element comes into play. Now, in terms of who's good and who's bad, that's totally up to you. Another thing, there's a class called Specialist. I know that's the class that is typically used to transition titles from class to class. But the thing is that the way this game treats the Specialist is kind of hard. It makes it difficult for you to really pinpoint what class to combine with it. So for me, I don't really care too much about the Specialist class, but I did allow for a few wrestlers to keep it, like Bayley, Becky Lynch, even let's see here, Daniel Bryan is actually a specialist. We'll give Daniel Bryan the specialist class, which I relate it a lot to like the technician class. All right, but not too many people kept that. I mainly used fighters, giants, bruisers. Now there's not too many giants, so I added, let me put the example of like let's see here, Tucker, right? Now Tucker is a big boy, right? I gave him the giant card because I feel like, you know, he is a big dude. He's not a small dude, so I felt like categorizing him as a giant would benefit the GM series. Yes, exactly what Liv is saying in the chat. Specialists are only good if they have high popularity. Otherwise, they're going to stink it up and it's going to be worthless. So ultimately, you know, when you're doing your GM, keep that in mind. Make sure you set up classes where you could combine them with other classes to put on a good show and just have fun with this experience. Because sometimes you want to draft that specialist superstar and they're going to ruin your show, honestly. It's just a way it's set up for now. So you can look at the control settings in the bottom left corner from left to right. You get to sort out the list on however you want to see it: alphabetical, popularity, role, class, status. I did it by alphabetical order. And then you got to navigate through the columns with the right stick, okay? Make sure that you go through the columns, and that's how you access the status, popularity, and role. Let me see here. So he's saying Taker would be a good giant. Actually, that is a great idea, Liv. Another great suggestion here. So we're actually making, you know, the Taker from most recently, that's Biker Taker actually. No. So we got to make this Taker, the more recent Taker. We're going to activate this one as a legend. And we're going to make him a giant because let's just be honest, Taker is a giant at the end of the day. So we're going to scroll over here and inactivate the other Taker from the early 2000s. And let's just make sure Kane is a giant as well. Again, you could always come back and customize this, edit it, and fix it however you want. Yeah, Kane already has a giant treatment. So again, we're pretty much done with this list. We're going to go through the pages really fast just so you guys could, you know, get some ideas for your MyGM series. Now, the cool thing about having custom renders is that if you like simulation, man, the custom renders makes you feel like you're ultimately doing a legit MyGM series with people from AEW. Like, look at Adam Page. He has his picture right there. That's the champion over at AEW. If you guys don't know who he is, I'm sure you do, but just in case. So it gives you an extra realistic feel if you download a superstar and add the custom render, so you could utilize them accordingly. So this is page 1. Let me make sure. Look, Batista's a legend here. I have him as a bruiser. The Miz, yeah, we have the Miz inactive because there's 2 Miz's. Keep that in mind. And then I kept Bret Hart as a specialist. You know, certain superstars did keep the specialist treatment. And I also gave a popularity boost to the ones that deserved it the most. And I brought some down accordingly. Now, considering Chad Gable is pretty popular right now in real life, we could give him let's give him like a 55. We'll give him an Otis around 55, 54. That's something where I feel comfortable. In China, I'll give her 67. So make sure you look through your classes. Keep that in mind. I gave Corey Graves, he's not a legend or active, so I gave him the local treatment just to have like a local filler there. And, you know, CM Punk is active in real life, so I forgot to change his popularity. You see, every time you go through these pages, you realize that you missed something. So CM Punk is clearly 70 popular, which is the highest popularity. And that way you guys can, you know, basically not cheat when you're signing people. Demon Finn Balor, we're going to keep him inactive. And let's see here. I think we're pretty much done, honestly. So only certain people got the 70 overall treatment. We could actually drop Elias a little bit. We'll drop Elias here. And then we'll put Eric to 54. So I'm really comfortable with this roster we have set up. The Fina 67, that's pretty good. Finn Balor 66 for popularity. Goldberg 69, like I said. Ultimately, this is going to serve its purpose when I'm playing. Like right now, it's kind of a drag to get through it because, you know, you got multiple pages. But for me, I love doing this kind of thing. It's basically setting up GM mode before the GM mode itself. So let me go through the list one last quick time. And unfortunately, we got King Nakamura. I haven't done the regular Nakamura, but All right, so see, we got, remember, you have 3 Kevin Nashes. If you got the NWO edition, you got NWO Nash, regular Nash, and then Diesel. So make sure you sort that out. And no, look, we got, like I said, there's 2 Miz's. I put one at 60 for popularity. Kept them as specialists just because there's not too many of them. And then I'm keeping the 2010 one inactive. So we're pretty good here. Now, I was just looking for Otis. Otis, we're going to put up to 55 with Chad Gable. Even though it doesn't matter because tag teams don't really matter unless you draft them separately, honestly. So we'll drop Papa a little down to like 62 in comparison to all the other stars. And we'll put up Pete Dunne. So just, tweak it accordingly. And then the more you play MyGM, the more you realize what changes need to be made. If somebody deserves the high flyer class or the giant class. Yeah, Otis is a giant, actually. Let me switch that out. So credit to Liv and Zelina Stan here, who's been, helping tremendously throughout this video. So we got, let me see, we got the modern day Rey Mysterio. I'm gonna put him at 68. I had him at 67, but I'll give him an extra boost. Not at 70. Don't want to blow it out of proportion, but and also make sure you look at the female superstars. There's not too many female superstars that are in the 60 range, so you want to give them a boost as well. Let's see here. I think we're pretty much done here. There's a bunch of Scott Halls as well. We got this one inactive. All right. Let me see Razor. I gotta make sure that I put Razor out of business. Yeah, you see, Razor is inactive. We're gonna keep the NWO Scott Hall. Nice, right there. There's 2 Seth Rollins, so I'm gonna put 1 inactive. Shawn Michaels, we kept him at a specialist, and Seth Rollins as well. You want to keep some specialists around, not too many though. Just keep that in mind. Yeah, for women standards, you're right. Rhea Ripley is a giant. Yes, for women standards. Good point, Crandon. I appreciate that. All right, so Steiner's here. I took out Slapjack. Slapjack is literally useless even if you draft him. There's no point in my opinion. I'm sorry, Slapjack. Alright. Oh, bring back Triple H. Make sure you bring back Triple H. They have him inactive for whatever reason. You're going to want to, make him active. So, I'm pretty comfortable with this list. We're going to hit save. Alright. Please set at least 30 to proceed. It's 2 superstars. Oh. So, apparently, good thing that this happened to me on video. Apparently, you do need the logos, guys. They don't let you take out the logos. So, yeah, that's good that this happened on video. That way you guys don't do what I said earlier. I recommended something that you can't do. They want you to do the local talent just to kind of bail you out in case you have injuries and stuff like that, I guess. So we're going to go through this real quick. I'm really happy that it happened. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Okay, so I almost started putting everybody local. Alright, so we're good here. We're good here. Boom, boom, boom. That was a little curveball, honestly. Okay, we're missing one here. Alright. Let's see can we go now? Alright, we're missing 15 of them. Alright, so let me see. Alright, we're local. Well, see, I don't agree with that. I don't think that we really need that many locals, especially when you add so many downloaded stars like I did already, honestly. I'll do Slapjack local. How about that? Let me see. Alright. We're almost done here. Almost done. Skip ahead if you want. Alright, so we have tons of Rey Mysterios. Ton. Alright. So we need 4 more. formal. That's 2, 3. 4. There. So just put whatever name you want. For me, I'm gonna put Real Deal, just so I know that this is the one that I'm gonna be using mostly, honestly. And there you go. This is the one that they use. But you come here, you select Real Deal. Would you like to select or edit this? You could change it at any point in time. You could always come back, select the draft pool, Real Deal, and boom, there you go. That's all you got to do to unlock a truly full-blown customized MyGM experience. So I hope this helped you guys for your future MyGM sessions. Customize it. Highly recommend it. Well worth your time. I'll see y'all real soon. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.